We live in a world that often feels like it's accelerating, pulling us apart even as it promises to bring us closer together. We chase, we strive, we accumulate. And yet, for many, an unsettling emptiness lingers beneath it all. So, what if the very things we're told will bring us happiness and fulfillment are actually leading us astray? To understand this, let's talk about what was called the Rat Park experiment. Some of you may know it through the lens of addiction, but it has a broader value. In fact, you will be surprised by the lessons and insights it offers on the very idea of human happiness and fulfillment. You see, for years the dominant narrative was that certain drugs were so powerfully addictive, they were nearly impossible to resist. But the original studies involved rats alone in a cage. They were given two water bottles, one with plain water, the other laced with morphine or heroin. While the isolated rat would almost inevitably choose the drugged water, often to the point of overdose. The point was just that these rats were isolated and lacking stimulation. Years later, psychologist Bruce K. Alexander and his colleagues at Simon Fraser University finally asked this simple question: what if it's not the drug, but the environment? To answer this, they created Rat Park, a spacious, stimulating habitat filled with tunnels, toys, food, and other rats to socialize with. The same two water options were provided. The results were astonishing. Or perhaps not so much so. You see, the rats in this enriched environment overwhelmingly chose the plain water. Even when they sampled the drug-laced option, they rarely returned to it, let alone became addicted. This wasn't just a revelation about addiction. It was a powerful insight about connection, purpose, and environment. The isolated rat alone, bored and without social bonds, sought escape in the only outlet it had. But in a thriving community with meaningful engagement, the allure of artificial relief faded. Now let's bring this back to our own lives. In many ways, we're being placed into our own modern-day empty cages. Not necessarily drugs, but the drug-like promise of a high connected to more credentials, more likes, more status, more money. Despite being digitally connected more than ever, we're lonelier, more anxious, and more disconnected from each other. We're lured by endless carrots. These are what are marketed by modern life as being the path to happiness and success. But like the drug-laced water, they can offer only fleeting highs. Without connection, without meaning, without real belonging, they become empty substitutes, quick fixes that don't nourish the soul. When we hit a new low, we don't see the problem in the drug. We see the problem in needing more of it, seeking a higher dose. The drive to escape discomfort or loneliness is deeply human. But when we're severed from authentic relationships, meaningful work, and community, we risk spiraling toward burnout, anxiety, and disillusionment. We end up chasing the next hit, never realizing we're only drifting further from what truly matters. Rat Park reminds us our well-being is not found in isolation or endless accumulation. It's found in connection, in purpose, in creating lives and environments rich in community, care, and meaning. So let's choose our water wisely.